welcome jewels of inestimable value. True intelligence isn't about knowing everything. It's about knowing what to question and when to walk away. Sigma females embody this principle in ways that leave others baffled. They operate on a wavelength that most people can't even tune into, blending quiet confidence with a mental sharpness that's as rare as it is misunderstood. They aren't loud, they aren't flashy, but beneath their calm exterior lies a mind that's constantly analyzing, dissecting, and strategizing. In a world where everyone is desperate to be seen and heard, Sigma females have mastered the art of moving through life with a kind of silent, almost dangerous intelligence. But what makes them truly stand out? What is it about them that gives them this edge, this almost unnerving wisdom? Stay with me, because we're diving deep into the 9 things that make Sigma females some of the smartest minds out there. And trust me, it's not what you expect. Number 1, they know when to speak and when to vanish into silence. Sigma females have an uncanny knack for knowing exactly when to speak up and when to go completely silent. It's not just about being mysterious, it's about understanding the power dynamics of every conversation. While most people rush to fill silence with noise, they understand that silence is where true power lies. They can sense when words would be wasted, when they'd only add to the chaos, or when their silence might unsettle someone enough to rethink their approach. And that's where they get you. While you're babbling on, trying to make your point, they're just sitting back, taking mental notes, reading every twitch of your expression, and formulating their next move like a grandmaster at chess. Their silence isn't passive, it's strategic. It's the kind that keeps people on edge, wondering what's going through their head. When they finally do decide to speak, their words hit with the precision of a sniper shot, direct, impactful, and impossible to ignore. They don't have time for the verbal fluff that most people indulge in. They've figured out that most people's ears perk up, not when you speak the loudest, but when you've been silent just long enough to make them crave your perspective. It's almost like they've hacked human psychology, knowing that in a world where everyone is desperate to be heard, sometimes the smartest move is to hold back, letting silence create more curiosity than 100 words ever could. This makes them unpredictable and keeps everyone on their toes, wondering if their next words will be an agreement, a disagreement, or a completely unexpected twist. So, while the world is busy running its mouth, Sigma females sit back, smile, and use that silence to make moves that no one ever sees coming. They're not just playing the game, they're rewriting the rules. Number 2, mastered the art of information control. Sigma females have truly mastered the art of information control, wielding their words like a seasoned diplomat in a high-stakes negotiation. In a world where everyone seems eager to overshare every detail of their lives, they take a different approach. They understand that information is power, and that what you choose to reveal or conceal can have profound effects on your relationships and influence. This selective sharing isn't just a habit, it's a strategy that keeps people guessing and ensures they remain in control of the narrative. When a Sigma female speaks, it's intentional. She discloses only what's necessary, allowing others to fill in the gaps with their own assumptions. This creates an air of intrigue around her, making people curious about what she knows or what she's really thinking. By withholding certain details, she invites questions and speculation, turning her life into a compelling mystery that others want to crack. It's almost like she's a chess player, carefully deciding which pieces to expose and which to keep hidden, all while maintaining a strategic advantage over those around her. This unpredictability is a key asset in her arsenal. In a society that often thrives on predictability and transparency, she stands out by being enigmatic. People are drawn to her because she doesn't reveal everything about herself, making every conversation feel like a mini-adventure. This gives her an edge in social dynamics, as she can choose when to engage and when to retreat, all while maintaining an aura of confidence. Moreover, her understanding of information control allows her to navigate tricky situations with ease. She knows what to say and when to say it, giving her the upper hand in negotiations or discussions where others might falter. This ability to manage the flow of information not only enhances her personal and professional relationships, but also positions her as someone others respect and seek out for insights. Sigma females are not just players in the game of life, they are the strategists, carefully curating their knowledge and sharing it on their own terms. Number 3. Self-taught wisdom. Sigma females are the ultimate DIY enthusiasts when it comes to their minds. They're not waiting around for someone to hand them a neatly packaged lesson. Instead, they go out and teach themselves whatever sparks their curiosity. If they want to master a new skill or understand a complex subject, they don't rely on a formal classroom or a guidebook. They'll dive straight into the deep end of online forums, obscure articles, or even the darkest corners of YouTube until they've pieced together the knowledge they need. It's like watching someone build a puzzle without having the picture on the box and still getting it right. This self-taught mindset is what gives them an edge in almost any situation. They're not limited to the information that's spoon-fed to them. They seek out the kind of knowledge most people wouldn't even think to look for. While others are just following the standard learning curve, Sigma females create their own, and it's often steeper, faster, and far more interesting. They have an insatiable hunger for understanding things on a deeper level, and they don't let the lack of a traditional path slow them down. The best part? They often end up knowing more about a subject than those who spent years formally studying it. They've got a knack for turning obscure hobbies into expertise and casually surprising everyone with their unexpected depth of knowledge. It's almost unfair. While you're still figuring out the basics, they've already moved on to the advanced level, all because they put in the extra effort to learn on their own terms. For Sigma females, learning is like a treasure hunt, and they're the kind of people who always find the hidden gems, turning that knowledge into something truly valuable. It's not just smart, it's a game changer. Number 4, emotional chess players. Sigma females have mastered the art of selective focus, and it's like their secret superpower. While most people get caught up in endless distractions, notifications, drama, and every little shiny thing that pops up, Sigma females have this laser-like ability to block out everything that doesn't matter. If something isn't aligned with their goals or values, it's as good as invisible to them. It's almost like they've installed a mental spam filter, and only the truly important stuff makes it through. When they set their mind on something, they go all in. Their focus is intense, almost intimidating. If they've decided to pursue a project, a passion, or a goal, you can bet they'll give it 110%, leaving no stone unturned. Meanwhile, those around them are still caught up in the little things, like trying to balance their social media feed while handling a dozen other distractions. Sigma females, on the other hand, tune out the noise and zero in on what matters, like a hawk eyeing its prey. And this is where it gets interesting. While others wonder how she seems to have so much time for everything, the answer is simple. She doesn't waste it. She's not going to waste an afternoon scrolling or get tangled up in petty drama. Instead, she channels her energy into things that truly move the needle in her life. It's not that she's antisocial or aloof, it's that she knows how to guard her time like it's the most precious resource she has, because it is. This focus doesn't just make her efficient, it makes her unstoppable. It's why she can achieve in weeks what takes others months. Sigma females make being in the zone their default setting, and it's what allows them to consistently outpace the crowd. Number 5. A challenge-accepted mentality. Sigma females are wired with a challenge-accepted mentality that makes them a force to be reckoned with. While others might see a tough situation and think, why bother? A Sigma female sees it as an open invitation to push her limits and sharpen her skills. It's not just about overcoming the challenge itself. It's about the thrill of dissecting a problem, understanding every angle, and finding a way through when others would give up. To them, obstacles are like mental puzzles, each one offering a new opportunity to flex their analytical muscles and discover new strategies. This mindset makes them incredibly resourceful. When a roadblock appears, they don't panic or retreat. Instead, they start strategizing, mapping out potential routes, and figuring out how to turn the situation to their advantage. Where others might see a dead end, they see possibilities that just need a little creative thinking. It's like they've got this internal switch that flips whenever they're faced with a tough situation. Suddenly, their mind goes into overdrive, working out a solution that no one else would have thought of. What's even more impressive is that they rarely let the pressure show. While they're busy figuring out how to tackle whatever life throws at them, they keep a cool, collected exterior, making it seem like they've got everything under control, even when the challenge is far from simple. This fearless approach to problem solving sets them apart in a world where many would rather avoid difficulties altogether. For Sigma females, the harder the challenge, the more satisfying the victory. It's like they're in constant competition with themselves, always looking for the next test to see just how far they can go. And that relentless drive to confront challenges head-on is what keeps them constantly growing and evolving. Number 6, hyperadaptive intelligence. Sigma females are like social chameleons, but without ever losing themselves in the process. They can walk into a room, scan the energy, and instantly know how to adjust their vibe to match or counter what's going on around them. This isn't about being fake, it's about having an almost instinctive understanding of what a situation demands. They can switch from being laid back to taking charge, from listening intently to delivering a knockout argument, all in the span of a single conversation. It's like they have an internal social GPS that recalculates the route whenever something changes, ensuring they always stay ahead of the curve. But here's the kicker. They don't just adapt to fit in, they adapt to influence. They know that being a fixed, rigid presence in a dynamic world is a losing game. Instead, they flow around obstacles, adjust their strategy, and read the emotional temperature of those around them without breaking a sweat. It's why they can navigate a heated debate without losing their cool, or shift the tone of a group discussion without anyone realizing they did it. While others might panic at unexpected shifts, Sigma females see them as opportunities to test their adaptability. Their versatility makes them feel like they're always one step ahead, and that can make them downright unpredictable. You might think you've got them figured out, until they change gears and leave you wondering what just happened. It's like playing a game of cards where they keep dealing themselves the winning hand, and you're left scratching your head at how they did it. That's their secret weapon. This hyper-adaptive intelligence that lets them adjust, outmaneuver, and keep everyone guessing. It's not about blending in, it's about mastering the art of being fluid without losing their edge. And they make it look way too easy. Number 7. They speak multiple languages: emotional, analytical, and social. Sigma females are the true polyglots of human interaction, effortlessly shifting between emotional, analytical, and social languages, like a linguistic maestro conducting a symphony. Each situation they encounter calls for a different approach, and they possess an impressive ability to adapt their communication style based on the context. When the moment requires compassion, they tap into their emotional intelligence, offering support and understanding that resonates deeply with others. This empathetic approach enables them to connect on a human level, making others feel seen and heard. But don't let that emotional depth fool you. Sigma females are equally equipped with sharp analytical skills. When it's time to tackle a problem that demands critical thinking or strategic planning, they switch gears effortlessly, dissecting information and developing logical solutions. This ability to analyze situations with clarity allows them to navigate complex challenges that might leave others bewildered. They approach problems not just as obstacles, but as puzzles waiting to be solved, and they thrive on the thrill of finding innovative solutions. Then comes the social language, which is where their true versatility shines. Sigma females can read a room like seasoned diplomats, quickly gauging the dynamics at play and adjusting their behavior accordingly. They can navigate small talk with ease, making connections with a diverse range of personalities. Their social awareness allows them to engage effectively, whether they're mingling at a party or negotiating a business deal. They understand unspoken cues, body language, and social nuances that often elude others, giving them an undeniable edge in social settings. What's extraordinary about this mental Swiss Army knife is that Sigma females don't just use these skills in isolation, they blend them seamlessly. A heartfelt conversation might segue into a practical discussion, all while maintaining an engaging atmosphere. This ability to communicate across various languages makes them not just versatile problem solvers, but also dynamic individuals who can influence and inspire those around them. In a world full of specialists, they're the well-rounded generalists who know how to wield their talents effectively, adapting to whatever the situation demands with finesse and confidence. Number 8. Obsessive about details. Sigma females possess an extraordinary talent for honing in on details that others typically overlook, and it's this discerning focus that sets them apart in any environment. They have an uncanny ability to separate the noise from the signal, ensuring they concentrate only on the details that truly matter. While others might get bogged down in trivialities or distractions, Sigma females are like hawks, soaring above the chaos, with their keen vision trained on the elements that can influence outcomes or expose hidden truths. Imagine a detective sifting through a mountain of evidence. That's the kind of attention Sigma females bring to their observations. They notice the subtle shifts in someone's tone, the barely there body language that hints at unspoken emotions, or the inconsistencies in a story that others might take at face value. This detail-oriented mindset allows them to spot patterns and connections that often elude the average observer. It's as if they have a sixth sense for recognizing the underlying currents in complex situations, which often provides them with a tactical edge. For example, in a work setting, a Sigma female might pick up on the dynamics of team interactions that suggest a brewing conflict, allowing her to address the issue before it escalates. In social situations, she might detect an offhand comment that indicates someone is struggling, prompting her to offer support when others remain blissfully unaware. This ability to see the bigger picture through the lens of critical details equips her with insights that inform her decisions, enhancing her effectiveness in navigating both personal and professional realms. What's remarkable is that Sigma females don't just collect these insights for the sake of knowledge. They use them strategically. By understanding what details are vital, they can craft responses and solutions that are not just reactive, but proactive. This meticulous attention to relevant details gives them the power to influence outcomes, making them formidable players in any game they choose to engage in. They exemplify the idea that sometimes the smallest details can yield the most significant impact, and they wield this knowledge with grace and precision. Number 9. They can argue against their own beliefs. Sigma females possess a remarkable ability to argue against their own beliefs, a trait that transforms their intelligence into a dynamic, ever-evolving entity. Unlike many who cling stubbornly to their viewpoints, they understand that true understanding comes from challenging their own perspectives just as rigorously as they would challenge someone else's. For them, it's not about winning an argument or being right. It's about honing in on the truth and refining their beliefs to be as robust as possible. Imagine sitting across from a Sigma female in a debate. She's not just defending her position, she's dissecting it. With a fierce intellectual curiosity, she plays devil's advocate against herself, questioning the very assumptions she holds. This internal dialogue isn't a sign of indecision, it's a mark of her commitment to intellectual integrity. By dismantling her own arguments, she's able to identify weaknesses and gaps in her reasoning, paving the way for stronger, more nuanced beliefs. It's like watching a skilled architect demolish an old structure to lay the foundation for something far more magnificent. This willingness to engage in self-reflection fosters a mindset of growth and adaptability. Sigma females understand that beliefs should evolve with new information and experiences, and they actively seek out diverse perspectives to enrich their understanding. They are not afraid to admit when they're wrong, or to revise their opinions based on evidence and rational discourse. This flexibility not only enhances their intelligence, but also makes them exceptionally open-minded and empathetic, allowing them to engage with others in meaningful ways. Furthermore, this trait cultivates resilience. By constantly reassessing their beliefs, Sigma females become adept at navigating complex social and intellectual landscapes. They can engage in heated discussions without fear of being cornered because they've already wrestled with the ideas themselves. This skill also enables them to anticipate counter-arguments, making them formidable communicators. Ultimately, their ability to challenge their own beliefs not only enriches their personal growth, but also elevates the conversations they engage in, leading to deeper connections and a more profound understanding of the world around them. Bonus point, that have a sixth sense for spotting manipulation. Sigma females have a sixth sense when it comes to spotting lies and hidden agendas. It's like they've developed a built-in radar that pings whenever someone is trying to manipulate them or bend the truth. This isn't just a casual ability to read the room. It's more like a full-blown psychological profiling skill. They can pick up on the tiniest details, a shift in body language, a slight hesitation in someone's voice, or a carefully chosen word that just doesn't sit right. And when they notice these red flags, they won't confront you outright. No, they'll just sit back and let you dig your own hole deeper, keeping their cards close to their chest. This talent comes from a blend of intuition and sharp observation. They're always watching, always listening, even when it seems like they're disengaged. While most people are focused on what's being said, Sigma females pay attention to what's not being said. It's like they're fluent in a secret language that most people don't even realize they're speaking. And if you're trying to pull a fast one on them, good luck. They've likely figured out your angle before you even finished your sentence. It's not just about catching lies, though. It's about understanding motivations. They don't just see what you're doing, they see why you're doing it. And this gives them an edge in pretty much every social situation. It's why people can find them so intimidating. Being around someone who sees right through your facade can be a little unsettling. But it's also what makes them incredibly trustworthy and reliable. They're not fooled by appearances or empty words. If a Sigma female trusts you, it means you've earned it. And if she doesn't, well, she's already seen through whatever story you were trying to sell. If you've enjoyed diving into the extraordinary world of Sigma females and want to uncover more insights that challenge the norm, don't miss out. Subscribe to our channel for captivating content that will elevate your understanding and inspire your journey. Join our community of curious minds today. Let's explore the depths of intelligence together. Thanks for watching, Jules. See you in the next video. Bye for now, and stay blessed.